And I suppose we look at the Times first this morning, Barry, and cancelled 999 calls involved in rape and assault. Ongoing revelations in terms of this story there this morning.
Yeah, a Gardaí inquiry is underway at the minute into the discovery that officers cancelled thousands of incidents reported to the 999 emergency line. Claims by Gardaí that no one came to harm as a result of this cancellation of the calls have now been disputed by security sources. I think this is something the Justice Minister is going to have to look into, because I was looking at the figure, 23,000 calls made to emergency services cancelled without explanation. That's since 2019. They're saying that none of the calls were serious, but if you just read the Times today, they have some examples. A female traveller from County Meath sought help. She had been subjected to a violent assault. She had been kicked in the stomach. She had been kicked in the face. She told Gardaí she was going to be attacked again, and then the line was just cut off. So several calls like that were made similar. So yeah, there's going to have to be an investigation into this. Catherine Murphy from the Social Democrats is calling for the Justice Minister to get involved in this.
Because I mean, logic would tell you, out of 23,000 calls, there has to be a certain percentage of them that would have required assistance immediately.
Absolutely, and there was a lot of playing down the harm. You had Anne-Marie McMahon saying that, the Deputy Commissioner saying that some people might have come to some harm, but not serious harm, so they'd have to investigate that. And of course, then the next obvious question is, well, what do you class as serious harm?
Exactly,
And one of the other calls that's in the Sunday Times that Barry mentioned there, the first one about the woman who rang in the middle of being attacked. Another case where somebody rang saying that a group of young people were trying to set fire to an intellectually disabled boy's hair. So, I mean, these are really distressing cases. And, there was an awful lot of playing this down for a long time. And Catherine Murphy, the Social Democrats, is saying that we need this inquiry because what's happening is that this gets dragged out for so long that by the time a report comes out, nobody really remembers what we're talking about.
Yes.
And of course, if we look at in the intermediate time, what's happened, we had the pandemic and a spike in calls, a spike in domestic violence, a spike in all sorts of attacks on women particularly. And it was, of course, it's going to correlate that these cause serious harm.
Of course, and it seems that women really seem to have borne the brunt because we are talking about domestic abuse cases, as you mentioned, and sexual violence. So, the huge amount of cases there. And they're also looking into why there's such a big disparate numbers between the number of Gardaí and the number of calls, that there's some outliers. One person may have cancelled 10,000 calls. And, that's completely, how does that even happen? So, and we don't know.
We do not need to get answers really seriously for this. Because, is it just one or two people who weren't performing their job properly? Is it a systemic problem? What's going on? Because that's just not good enough.
No, it's not.
Absolutely not.
Well, no doubt we will hear more of that over the next couple of weeks and months.